Because there ain't none but legs open after two. A good wiener can make a things go right. A good wiener can make a things go right.
Here we are, the after show, but later. It's your boys D, El Cucuy, and we have so much planned for you today. And you know, we were kind of bullshitting before we got started, and we're like, you know what? Let's save this shit for the show. Why are we gonna have this just for us and not share it with the world? So here we go, after show, but later, episode number 188. We gotta bring in the homie Baseline Train. I called him Baseline Train. Baseline Trey. And you know he be running them trains. So Baseline Trey, what's up?
Hey, you know his fucking lyrics hit hard like a train.
They do. That's why we call him Baseline Train, because of them lyrics and his days in the 90s when I'm sure he ran them, you know?
They got force and power.
After show, but later. Let's get started. Baseline Trey, let's go, Holmes. Exactly what I need. Here we are, the after show, but later, episode number 188. You know what, Doug? I'm fucking stoked that we're on episode 188 because I feel like by episode like 400, we're going to have like probably 1.5 million listeners by then. We're going to have brand deals, you know?
I got a question for you. In honor of 188. Who's your favorite football player of all time that wore 88? The playmaker?
88. Huh. I don't know about 88, but can I
What about 18?
Can I fudge it a couple of numbers and let's say 84 and fucking
I mean,
Randy Moss? Was he 84? He was 84, right?
He was.
All right, there we go. And when he was with the Vikings, he sported that purple and fucking gold Lakers colors. I can't go wrong with that. So I would say he's probably my favorite 84. 88 though, you know what? 188, the reason why 188 is a dope show is because there's one person that was born in 88 and it's your boy D. So 188. It's a good year, dog. So it's a good.
There you go.
You know what? We should try and fucking come up with as many things this episode with 88 in them that we can fucking think of. You know, like you
Michael
said.
Irvin.
Players that fucking wore the jersey, you know, what happened in that fucking year. So as we're talking, I want you to bring up some shit that happened in 88 and we'll fucking songs that were number one. We could talk about that shit. Movies that were coming out that year. Let's hit that shit. Before
Tony Gonzalez.
Any of that shit, dog, fucking today I'm hella stoked because, dog, you wouldn't believe the fucking weekend or the fucking... You wouldn't believe the month I've had, dog. And like yesterday, I go, hey, I'm going to go into my office because I was supposed to finish something on Thursday, right? And I didn't. So I don't usually work Fridays, but I'll go, you know what? I'll come in for like an hour or two. So I'm usually off at 8. So Thursday, I'm usually off at 6. So Thursday, I left at 8. And I was like, fuck. It's like, I didn't get that shit done, but I'm mentally I'm done, dog. I can't fucking do this shit anymore, so I'm going home. I was like, I'll come back in the morning for a couple hours. I'll be good. Dog, I got to work on Friday, yesterday, at 8 in the morning. I fucking left there at like 5:15. And I was like, fuck. And still, I was like, fuck yeah, I got this shit. I'm good. And my boss was like, oh yeah, what about fucking blah, blah, blah? And I was like, fuck! And I was like, well, I'm fucking leaving because I had to drive to Vegas real quick for a quick little turnaround. So I drove to Vegas, fucking literally like left work, ran home, may or may not have taken a shit, and then fucking hit the road, dog. I fucking got back to town at like 5:30 in the morning. And
hopefully you washed your butt when you were done.
I got home. I literally fucking showered. I did a couple of things. By then, Kennedy's all wide awake because she slept in the car. So she's like, hey, we can't go to sleep now. It's morning. So I'm like, yeah, because you fucking slept for the last 5 hours, you know? So she's like, fuck it. So she fucking throws on some clothes. I take a quick shower. Then we go to my lady's gym. We do a couple of things, dog. So by the time I come home and fucking lay down,
it's like a sauna?
Nah, but if you don't turn the AC on, it's a sauna.
Oh shit! Yeah, I know you're in fucking Sweatsville, fucking Arizona.
Yeah, what are we at right now? Let's see, 106 right now.
Yeah, let's play a game. What are we at?
106.
65.
Ah, all right. Well, whatever.
And the sun's out.
The sun's out here too.
Yeah, but it's melting fools. Our shit's just giving you a little fucking. Psst, it's just giving you a little wake up.
Dog, I crashed probably about 7, maybe 48. I don't know. Like shortly after I texted you, and then I fucking walked outside at noon. Dog, it was hotter than the devil's draws out there. It was fucking hot as fuck, and I was like, damn it, dog. It says it's 106, but it felt like
166.
It did, dog. It did. It felt like 188.
2006, I crashed trying to pass on the Shelter Cove Road on a one lane, but hey, it happens.
Actually, 2005, I crashed a cop car. So,
oh shit!
I was going on a ride along, right? And I didn't know how to drive, right? And so the fucking cop that I'm gonna go on the ride along with, he's like, hey. He's like, grab my patrol car. We're still in the like basement or whatever, like where they park all their cop cars and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, grab my patrol car. He was like, and move it over here or whatever. He was like, because I need to go do something real quick. I'll be right back. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, what, 16, 17? I don't know. And he's like, so I get in the fucking car. And I fucking thought
that's for real? You weren't pulling a Rich Davis? You really crashed the shit?
Yeah, Doug. I'm telling you, swear to God, on my mom, this is a true story. So I thought I put it in reverse, right? And I'm looking back, right? Fucking about to back out this cop car. And I pull forward, Doug.
Oh,
right?
shit.
And downstairs, right? We're downstairs fucking in like this dungeon of a fucking parking garage. Mm-hmm. And you know those big ass like cylinders, like fucking big old cement cylinders?
Yeah.
The columns, yeah. So... Oh, fucking Keto 5-0 just started following us.
Ladders and Connect 4.
So, yeah. So, boom. Drive into a fucking big-ass column, Doug. And the dude fucking comes back. Officer Frazier. He was actually a friend of my brother's. So, he walks back.
Not anymore. He hates you guys.
So, he comes back, Doug. He's like, I'll be back. I got to go talk to my sergeant. And I'm like... All right, bro. Peace. I'll be right here. Right?
I ain't going nowhere.
So.
Oh, that's great.
So, Doug, so he comes back, and Doug, so that day, I felt fucking the whole rest of the time. I was like, fuck. And then my friend Peggy
Sue?
She Peggy Joe, actually.
Oh shit, Peggy Sue's cousin.
So Peggy,
I'm Peggy Sue and she's Peggy Joe.
Peggy, actually, she's the chick I went to the prom with. She's my homie, but she's a baddie.
Wait.
So
on episode 188, did you just let everybody know that you went to the prom with a girl named Peggy Joe?
Yeah. And Doug,
wow,
she was one of the baddest chicks in fucking school. So I mean, it's your boy. It's your boy D. If you don't believe me, ask fucking Lou Dog. Luis will tell you. Right. So anyway, she was in the same program where we did these ride-alongs and shit.
That's what do they call that in baseball when the steroid era? Asterisk, or what do they call that?
Oh, an asterisk?
Yeah, it's because that has to be if you like white chicks.
She's not even white though.
What is she? Peggy Joe is what?
She's Mexican.
Really?
Yeah, she's fucking Mexican.
My bad.
Her family's from New Mexico. And
what's her real name? Peggy Joe?
Peggy Joe, yeah, is her name.
Who named her? The farmer, bro, or what?
I don't know, but she was a mix of all kinds of shit, but she's mostly Mexican.
I give Peggy Joe my JoJo.
Okay, so Doug, so she was in the same program I was in, right? And that same day,
Doug,
what
kind of program was it?
We had to do, it was called Industrial Cooperative Education. So we had to do, it was basically like a what was that, like OJT and shit that they had back in the day. So it was like a career we were going to go into. And then so we were looking at law enforcement. So they had us do ride-alongs and shit and take classes like at the police station. So, well, the same day that I wrecked the fucking police car, she went on her ride-along. They fucking they found like in a car, they found like all these dildos and shit and like vibrators.
What?
And I don't know if she was like laughing or something, Doug, but then her ass got in trouble. So here we are at the station at the end of the night or whatever. And I was like, she's like, how was your day? I was like, fuck, dog. I was like, my shit is fucked up. I'm like, I wrecked fucking Fraser's cop car. And then she told me about these fucking dildos and shit and how she got yelled at because I guess she was like laughing or something, or I don't remember. And then we were just like, fuck, it was a fucked up ass day. So I was like, I'd never forget that day because I remember us both like, man, we're fucking 16, 17 and we're over here fucking having real life problems. We got in trouble at the police department. I wrecked a car. She laughed at dildos or whatever. I'm like, fuck, you know? But
that's fucking great.
But yeah, dog, that was some fucking... That was not 88, but that was back in like 05. So
that's good. And no one had a camera pick or what?
I have some, dog, but you know what? They were actually, the pictures I have are like straight up from like a, probably like a
instant?
Yeah, like a fucking little fucking shit where you take a picture. I'll find my prom pic somewhere, dog.
Where you gotta develop them later, right?
Yeah, let me see. Dog, I have to have one on here somewhere.
Remember when you did that? Like back in the day, you had that little shitty ass camera, and you just hope they came out good. And out of the 30 pics they gave you and shit, you got like 5 you kept, maybe.
Yeah, no shit. You know, dog, I remember I went to go watch the WWF. Right? They had came to town, and I forgot.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so I forgot. Well, I guess my dumbass didn't realize it because I'm like 11 or some shit, right?
Yeah.
And they come to town, fucking, was it Kane? It was somebody, dog, like somebody fucking, like hella famous, right? And I was like, fuck yeah, I had my fucking dad's little 35 millimeter camera that would auto rewind and shit, right? This shit was technology, right? Dog, I forget that there's only like 24 pictures in a roll or whatever, right? It ain't like now where you're taking all these fucking right?
Yeah, no.
So, Doug, I'm doing that because this shit auto rewinds and shit, so it's not like snap, rewind. So, Doug, I'm over here like I'm fucking TMZ. I'm like, oh fuck, there he is, Doug, and I hear it fucking rewinding, and I'm like, what the fuck? I used the whole fucking roll on like 4 seconds of fucking picture, 4 seconds of the whole event. Like, this is like one of the fucking, like, I don't know, first matches or some shit. And I was like, fuck yeah, there he is. Use the whole roll. Doug, never even got those pictures developed.
Why not?
I think my dad was so fucking disappointed. Like, you dumb motherfucker. You fucking took 30 pictures or whatever it was, 24 pictures of fucking whoever it was. And like that was our whole fucking that was our whole event that we had pictures from. So he never even developed them. So if you go through like my mom's old shit, you'll find you're like, oh shit, look it's a fucking. There's when we went to the WWF, you know. Oh shit! You know they have them in the little case.
Yeah.
So yeah, there. That was my life.
Got a little fucking address label on it, and it fucking says WWF.
Yeah, probably.
Daniel fucked up.
But not even, Doc. A lot of those, they're not even labeled. Like, we have, like, literally one time I seen them, I was like, what the fuck is this from? I was like, it's got a purple label on it. I'm like, I think this was the Monster Truck show.
Covino and Snitch. That one had me fired up. Like, Rich is threatening to call the cops on abandoned cars, and he doesn't want certain people in his suburban neighborhood. And I'm going to try to go easy on him right here, but does he not realize who a good chunk of his audience is? And when he makes these crazy-ass statements, does he not realize that this same audience listened to him get hustled by a salesperson for 20, 30, 40, 50 G's, whatever he spent on his damn solar system, but he's mad at the dude asking for $250 for an elote with queso and chili?
So let's fill in the people that might have missed it. So what happened was Rich was threatening to like call the cops and shit on some little Mexican man that could barely walk.
He's a little snitch.
So Rich is threatening to call the cops on some dude.
He's a little snitch.
That is what? At least 75, 85, 95 years old, pushing his little elote cart, you know? Yeah,
he's elotes. And you know what? Let me interrupt, Mr. Snitch Davis. You're threatening to call the law on people that if they
Oh,
don't have their card could get deported. You could really impact their life in a lot of ways. Like, how would you feel if someone sent your grandpa away or something, or they couldn't see him, or he couldn't come home to his kids because he's trying to make money the legal way? Like, that's horseshit. And like, those people are harmless. Ain't those guys don't rob people? They don't threaten you. You ain't heard of the fucking elote man touching kids? Come on, man.
Doug, are you trying to say that fucking Rich Davis?
He's a little bitch.
No, he's a little snitch.
Um, so Doug, I have a perfect real life example of this happening. So fucking, there is this fucking house, like, I don't know, down the street from my mom's pad, right? And they had fucking opened up a taco stand, or not a taco stand, a hot dog stand, right?
Hot dog stand.
And so they opened up a hot dog stand, and this shit, dog, I had fucking walked down there a couple of times, like with Kennedy and shit. Hey, let's go grab a hot dog. They were some bomb ass fucking hot dogs, right? And I saw them like advertising on Facebook and shit, like, hey, this and this. And I remember when the first time we went, they were like, oh, did you see it on Facebook and this? I'm like, no, actually, my mom's pad is like right there. And they're like, oh, for real? Yeah, whatever. Fucking cool dude. The fucking dad was on the grill. Cool fucking dude. Dog. I think my mom's neighbor might have called the cops on him because I don't know if the neighbor thought like I was a white guy and shit, and he's kind of like bumping elbows with me one day, like when I was outside, and like kind of like, hey, so like they finally got them shut down or whatever. Like he said something like that. And I was like, really? I go, that's unfortunate. I was like, that was a cool little business and shit, And he kind of was like, oh, okay, like I guess I wasn't like, yeah, get them out of here, go back to their country. I was like, motherfucker, I'm like, I guess, I don't know if he thought I was white or what, or he just thought I was going to agree with him. But I was like, that kind of sucks. I was like, that was a cool little fucking shit that they had there. And he was like,
well, and think about like the deeper repercussions. Like, what if they missed fucking a bill that month because of that? And he talks about he's okay with them at the softball park. How come it's okay there? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't let your kids out of your sight to begin with. And again, very rarely have you ever heard of the elote man, the paleta man hurting a kid. In my neighborhood in Fresno, the pond man shows up like 3 times a day. He got the little like the Dukes of Hazzard horn and shit. And there's a couple different ones. They got a lot of the same shit, but some of them have their own custom shit. We got a lot of elote mans, and I'm not telling you to buy from any elote man, but at some point you figure out the one you like and you trust, and you roll with it, and you get those little fucking Doritos and shit, and like snow cones, bro. Like, you even got, Gummy Boy could get all gummied out, get the munchies, hear the go outside, and he got snacks for hella cheap.
Doug, you know what bothers me? You know what bothers me the most is that oh fuck, hold on. You know what? I didn't even call up the feedback. Let me put it up here just in case.
Because bro, do you understand the role they're playing in society and how it benefits us?
Yeah.
We don't get to dictate who the government gives money to or whatnot. And most of the people that get benefits, let's be fair. How can I say this politely? They're not always spent as well as they could be. These people are probably taking some of that, and they're going and buying the corn, and they're going and buying the butter and the chili and the limes, bro. And they're turning that shit into hundreds of dollars. They're not homeless in the fucking streets. They're not bumming money from you when you come out of the liquor store, fucking Vons or Ralph's. They're taking the little bit that they've got, and they're flipping that shit. And when they spend it at the store, right? The store profits because they're
helping the economy now.
Right. Because think about it. They're taking benefits, maybe say some, because I knew some that did it, bro. They would take the EBT card that they got in a digital form. They go to the store and spend $200-$300 a week on product, and it puts money into that store and drives that store's sales and gross profit. They go and sell the shit for quadruple the money for cash on the street, and then they go back and spend that cash. They took the little bit of $300, $200 a week, turned it into $1,000 that they put back cash wise into the community or sent to help their relatives in another thing, but the still money fucking transfer place got paid. So any way you look at it, like, it benefits the economy. It's different than someone bumming for money, sleeping on the fucking side of the road, buying alcohol, getting fucked up all day so they can keep doing it.
Yeah. No, 100%, dog.
They're generating money and they're buying alcohol, but they're being a worthless piece of society and they're just doing that all day and that's their thing. This money's getting flipped multiple fucking times because the money they make that gets cash that they put back into the community, those people are probably paying bills with that money.
No, see what bothers me is like, you know what? It's one thing if this fucking elote man or whatever he was selling, you know, these heladitos or whatever they are, the little like fucking, you know, like little, were they? Or like the little ice creams and shit or whatever. It's one thing if he's like, hey, the Davis house, you know what? I'm going to set up shop in front of the Davis house, right? Puts his little stand right there, locks his wheels, boom, in front of the Davis house. That's one thing.
Those fuckers keep spinning?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, dog. As long as he doesn't lock them and he's on his way, how long is he in front? Because Rich is like, I don't want to see this in my house where I pay good money for and all this shit. So, Doug, how long is he in front of the Davis house? 8 seconds? How long does it take to walk across the fucking length of Rich's front yard? 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, right? And he's on his way. And the thing is, say he is in the neighborhood. So what is Rich doing? Standing on his lawn going like this?
Yeah, bro. But I got to
watching him?
I got a wake-up call for Snitch Davis, though, bro. Here's how that formula works. And he's wrong any way you look at it, and I'm going to break it down. Street vendors are smart. They go where the fetty is at. Okay? They ain't going to keep going to the same fucking neighborhood over and over and over
if it's not making them money.
If there ain't no fetia. And I'm sorry, Snitch Davis, but it's making them fetia. What that should tell your stupid ass is more people in your neighborhood appreciate that shit than you do. That's why he's there.
You know what? It reminds me of like when you're a kid, right? And you might make a couple of rounds in your fucking neighborhood on Halloween. But you know what you also do? Is you dip out to the fucking neighborhoods that are going to give you the full-size candy bars. And your ass is, you're like, fuck, hey, you know what? I might hit up my neighbors a couple of times, run that a couple of times, get my shit, whatever. And you're like, now it's time to go do work. So now you head a couple of neighborhoods over where they are giving you the fucking, not even the king size, but like the full size, right? Not the fun size, the full size. You're going to do that shit because you know that's where it is. And every year you might go back to those neighborhoods. But you know what? If you go to a rich neighborhood and they're giving you whack-ass candy, you know what you're going to do next year? To a different neighborhood. You're going to go where it's at.
That neighborhood. Those vendors are the same way. And so, bro, if they're coming more and more and more, that means more people in your neighborhood are spending scratch or they wouldn't come back. You live in California for a reason, man. I get it if they're a threat. I get it if they're looking at your kid weird or something. I totally understand that.
100%.
But if you're fucking just worried about the visual aesthetic, you're not understanding that most neighborhoods in California, especially in like LA metro area and like, you know, Fresno's, the Sacramento.
Woodland Hills? They're going to do, they're over here in Woodland Hills?
Area. You're in the LA area, man. I mean, you can say Woodland Hills all you want, and for the price of your home, that boosts it up a little bit. And it sounds cute on paper, but there's fucking vatos everywhere, as there should be.
Yeah,
100%. So I mean, it is what it is, man. If they can get a cart and provide, maybe they can't sell pond. Maybe your neighbors don't want to buy from the bread guy, bro, but they love a nice cool paleta on an 88 day in Woodland Hills.
Yeah, 100%. Doug, when I heard that shit, I was like, you know what? Really made me be like, Doug, fucking Rich always, you know what you did not hear one time during that conversation? What's do you hear in 90% of Rich's conversations?
Me? The word me?
No. I hear who does he reference in every fucking conversation? Mauser.
Everybody. Mauser, yes.
Right? Mauser agrees with me. Mauser has a good point, right?
Hey, bro, I remember
you know what?
Covino and Rich agreed and it was gold. I didn't know when they adapted when Mauser and Rich agreed it's gold.
No, not even. You know what? Mauser was telling Rich that he was fucking off his rocker. He was like, and he was like, hey, him and like EJ Reed and a couple of people were like, hey, is he on the fucking street? Do you own the fucking street? Is it fucking Rich Davis Boulevard? Right. No, he's on his way. And when I saw that, I was like,
sidewalk. You own to where your grass stops.
I saw that shit, dog. I was like, I finally agree with fucking Mauser. I was like, because this fool over here is saying, like, come on now, like, and right. I would think because he's cut from that same cloth that he would be very pro Rich James, but he was kind of like, hey dog, like you're fucking up.
Hey, and over there on I live, my house is over there in Fresno. You guys can Google map it if you're interested or not. But I'm on like in between Belmont and Tulare and Maple and Chestnut. And in that proximity, bro. And sometimes,
Doug, I think you gave an exact location. You gave 4 places. This one, this one, this one, and this one.
well,
So you're
it's
fucking.
hood. I mean, you can check it out all you want, bro, and you can fucking Google satellites it or whatever. But hey, we even have a motherfucker where he got like mini TJ on a cart. Motherfucker got wristbands. He'll stitch you up. He's got the sunglasses and the hats. Like bro, how do you not like that shit? Like, obviously, he's gonna charge you more than if you got it at the border. But he got bracelets and headbands and like everything. And some of the food carts, they got snow cones and those Doritos and fucking elotes. And like, bro, how do you not? It's like a little mini store passing by and everything's on ice and everything's done right. Like, I'll be all danked out and shit. And I'll hear that and him fucking coming by. Bro, I'm out there getting chips with chili and fucking lemon. I'm getting fucking corns. I got a snow cone. Bro, I buy so much shit I can't even hold it. I got like, hey, bro, let me run in and put this shit in the house when I come back. How do you not like that, Rich? I don't get it. Do you just not like that type of food? I mean, and you got 4 things for $10.
Dog, and the thing that
Starbucks, these extra shots and flavors for $10. And this dude sold me a snow cone, some chips, a fucking corn, and fucking, I don't know, something else. Some roasted peanuts.
Yeah, it's funny, dog, because I don't even fuck with elote really, like that elote shit. For some reason,
bro, I'll be in the front yard messy as fuck. He done put the fucking he fucking put the mayonnaise. He puts the Parmesan cheese. He hits it with the sprinkled chili. He hits it with the fucking lemon. He hits it with the tapatio, and then he puts some more fucking cheese.
It sounds so fucking good,
bro. And then he sprays it with the I cannot believe it's not butter. And I'll be like a fucking pig in the front yard, bro. Kernels, and cheese just falling in the grass. I'm like, oh, how do you not like that, Rich?
And see, Doug, I understand. The thing is,
how
I
California
like it.
That experience is.
I like it. It just makes me sick every time I eat it. So I don't know if it's like so much like dairy or some shit, but every time I eat it, I'm like, fuck, my stomach fucking hurts. Like, it makes me want to vomit. But when I'm eating,
go light on just go only mayonnaise, go the fake butter, I can't, but that's plastic, bro. That ain't even dairy.
Plastic.
And hit it with your chili powder, your fucking tapatio, and maybe skip the cheese.
You're right. I got to customize it, right?
No, but Rich Davis, though, like, I don't understand how he does not realize that that's an experience. That is as much of an experience in me and the way I was brought up as going to the fucking taco truck, bro.
Uh-huh. No, you know what, dog? You know what I like about doing shit like that? Is you're doing that shit. It's basically the adult version of the ice cream truck, right? You know when you're a kid and you're at the ice cream truck, you're fucking eating your Sonic the Hedgehog with the fucking hard ass marble eyes,
bubble gum in the eyeball.
Yeah, and you're over there and you're talking to your fucking friends. You guys are probably half wet because you just got out of the pool or you just ran through the sprinklers or whatever.
And you're asking why he likes those nasty ass Sonics instead of Superstar Fudge
and then,
or strawberry shortcakes.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, oh, this shit. Strawberry shortcakes is where it's at. And you're like, fuck, you're a strawberry shortcakes. Yeah. You're eating.
And your eyeball.
Dog, so you're doing this shit.
And then the fat kid's like, that's why I got 2, eh?
Hey.
I started my chocolate. Hey, bro, I did it too. I started my chocolate banana fudge Superstar, and then I ended with the strawberry shortcake.
Dog, this is a reference for anybody that watched Hey Arnold in the fucking late 90s. There was a kid named...
What you talking about, Willis?
No. The cartoon. There was a kid named Harold. He was a fat kid, right? So they're all making fun of him because he's fucking fat. So he's going to go on a diet, right? So they had a chocolate from the ice cream man called Mr. Fudgies, right? Uh-huh. So he's like, instead of 6 Mr. Fudgies, he's like, I'm going to get 12 diet Mr. Fudgies, right? And they're all, that's the same as 6 regular Mr. Fudgies. And he's like, oh, fuck. He throws...
You can't circumvent that. You eat 6, you're doing it.
Oh fuck, dog. And then I remember that episode.
And be honest, bro. Have you ever bought like a 6-pack of Mr. Fudgies or drumsticks or a 3-pack of It's It even and killed them all in the same night?
Dog, not that, but you know what I did recently? And it was so my wife and my daughter were gone for the last week, right? They went to go see family in fucking Wyoming. And so I'm here at my pad, exactly. Dog, they went to the fucking Mount Rushmore.
Ranch?
They went to Mount Rushmore for the 4th of July.
Hey, and speaking of, I hate to be negative now, bro, but I just read an article that said they need to take all those four fuckers down because they stood for fucking bad shit.
Yeah. They need to throw like fucking
with the Indians, they all did dirty shit.
Could you imagine, dog? That would be. Can you imagine how dope it would be to have like somewhere else a mountain of like fucking Chris Rock, and just like random ass people, but like dope, like say like 4 or 5 like people like Chris Rock.
I got the answer.
What's up?
I'm not Allen Iverson, but I got the answer. I am the answer right here.
Mm-hmm.
What they need to do is wipe those fuckers off of that mountain. Figure out with people that have made an impact on people and are dead already. They're dead. Google fact check all your bullshit and figure it out, and only put the shit where you can't fucking come back and regret it later.
Yeah.
Right, they know Dr. Seuss now all of a sudden was shady, and you got all these stories about the presidents and whatever and what have you. Well, find some people, get you a big old list of motherfuckers that ain't here no more that made a huge impact on us one way or another, whether they invented the fried chicken or the McDonald's burger. I don't give a fuck. Figure your shit out however you want. Make your mountain however you want. I don't care. But fact check these dead people and make sure you do your shit right, so when you put them on the mountain, they can stay for a while.
I like that you say fact check the dead people, because you're like, all right, there's nothing they can do in the future that's going to fuck this up.
Right.
They're already gone.
It should be easy, right? Doesn't that seem pretty fucking easy? You got to Google. I mean, if Jose Monkey on TikTok can find out where the fuck you're located from a 5-second video, I think fucking his brother fucking Felipe fucking Gorilla can fact check the dead to make sure that nothing comes back to bite him in the ass later.
I know right now my fucking homie Luis is probably doing this. Doug, he told me, he's like, dog, sometimes I listen to you guys and I'm like, fuck these motherfuckers, right? And so, I know he's probably doing that right now, but
why?
I think it's fucking funny, because could you imagine, dog? Like, I think that'd be dope though, to randomly, like somewhere like that, carve out like he's not even like you said, some dead motherfuckers. I think it'd be dope to have, like, you know how they always talk about, hey, who's your Mount Rushmore of comedy? Who's your this or that? Wouldn't it be dope? Like, you're like, hey, you know what? I'm in fucking a random ass town. You look up and you see fucking Chris Rock, Louis C.K., whoever the fuck you dig or whatever, like a couple of people, and then maybe a Kurt Cobain, fucking Elvis or whoever. I think that'd be fucking cool. Like, in different towns have like Mount Rushmores like that.
Or what they need to do is make a pact and sign something like the Constitution or something that they can't change, and say, listen here, you future motherfuckers, we don't care which way your society swings and what you feel that we did at this time that's inappropriate. This motherfucker stays. And we're in agreement right now because everybody right now here accepts the shit. So don't you go and fuck our shit up later because fucking this and that, and you change this and you change that. We don't care about your changes. We're in agreement now that this motherfucker stays. And just because you feel a certain type of way later about some shit we did now, get over it. This motherfucker ain't coming down.
Doug, sometimes I wish I could see the world through like a younger person's eyes, because we know fucking, what's his name? Fucking Victor Wembanyama or whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh yeah, the one that fucking
his security slapped Britney. So Doug, so it's crazy.
And I don't know if he slapped her. They shoot her hand away.
So Doug, fucking, he was born in like 04, 05, right? He's like 19 years old. And I'm like, Doug, could you like? That's
when you're fucking wasted. That's when you're crashing cop cars.
It's Doug, to me,
Daniel's crashing cop cars. He's coming out the womb.
Like, I was listening to fucking Covino and Rich on Fox Sports, and they were talking with Danny G and shit.
Hey,
you know what,
Danny
Monty,
G.
let me bring
Danny
up my Monty.
G. I got a yellow sports car, but I had a baby.
So, Doug, so they're talking about this shit, and they were like, think about this dude was fucking like, he was born. He was born.
Give me 1 second, bro. Hold that thought.
All right.
Give me 1 second.
Go ahead. What's up, people? Let me switch cameras right here. It's your boy D. It's the D Show. One shot right here. What's up? So I just found something out on TikTok, guys. On TikTok, if you're somebody like me that likes to save their favorite videos and shit, right? You see some funny ass shit, you're like, I gotta show the fucking homie this, right? Or you're like, hey, I tend to like videos, me personally, that are like construction videos, right? Or life hacks or shit like that. did you know that you can actually make playlists or collections is what they call it in fucking TikTok? So I just started that today because I actually was talking to my friend Nixel yesterday, and I was like, damn, dog. I was like, she's a chick. I was like, damn, dog. I was like, it'd be fucking dope if like you could do playlists and shit on TikTok. She's like, you can. My fucking mind was blown. I'm like, you fucking can? So she's like, yeah, I don't remember how, but you can. So fucking this morning, I'm fucking doing the bowl scroll, right? I'm fucking all right, going through. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I saw you can make a new collection. That's how you do it. And then you add videos. You basically go on and click on all your favorites and add them to it. And it's fucking dope because now, like, if I'm working on something or building something, I'm like, oh, fuck. Let me go to my little fucking construction hacks real quick. And then I'm like, okay, cool. Now I could do this to fucking throw in flooring a little bit better. Maybe it's a curved edge that I wasn't really sure how to do or some shit. Or... dog, just like fucking today, I was watching a video on this dude talking about using like the proper screws for different shit. And I know there's like drywall screws, right? And fucking there's construction, like, right? And there's the ones they're threaded differently and this and that. And honestly, for the most part, I'm like, fuck, I'll use what I got. And if I'm gonna go, usually it's like length I'm thinking about. So I'm like, okay, I need to fucking get a 3-inch screw. I need this, that. I don't pay attention a whole lot to like the type of screws. I'm like, oh, okay, it's a construction screw. Fuck it. This shit will hold up anything. Which is ignorant on my part because you really should do your research and shit. But when this dude was showing like how much of a difference and how much less of a headache that your project will be, only the one thing you're doing is just using the proper screws. I was like, oh, fuck, man, this shit was like life changing. So if I'm ever working on something, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to build this or that. I got to make sure, you know what? Before anything, I'm going to make sure I have the right screws because there was something I was working on. Oh, I was helping out building a set for a play. And I was helping out, you know, because I'm a fucking man. So I was helping out build this shit. So I'm building the shit, but what they did was they basically just gave me a big ass bucket of screws, and they're like, "Here, this is what you have. You could fucking use this shit to build or whatever." So I didn't even have an option right there, so I just was working with what I had. Now let me go back. Cucuy is back. Dog,
I'm back.
I just sat here and talked to myself for 2 minutes. Go back and listen. It was good.
Yep,
I was talking about on TikTok how you can make playlists and shit.
I've seen that. I heard they got music now.
What do you mean music?
TikTok's having a music service. They're streaming out like Spotify and Apple.
Oh, for real? No, I was just talking about like the videos you save, like your favorites. Dog, you have Wingstop.
What?
You have Wingstop.
Oh, you can see mine. Oh no, it's water.
Oh, is it? I was like, oh, fuck it.
Look at the cup. It's all rust. I'm just hood as fuck, and I save them, so I ain't got to go to the Dollar Tree.
I was like, fuck, you got fucking Wingstop? No,
yeah,
but
no.
No, I saw that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I saw that. Your volume went down like a gang right now.
How about now?
Yeah, good.
Better?
Way better. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So Doug, no, I'm on. Like, I know they have, like you mentioned, they have a service now for music. No, but
thanks,
actually,
fucker, now I'm gonna order Wingstop. You just fucking talk my
dog. Wingstop's so fucking good. Dog, there's one like 2 minutes from my house,
bro.
Fuck.
I don't even know if I'm a door. Now I might even DoorDash it. Shit, I don't know. They got a deal right now. They got a 20 fucking 20 boneless nuggets for I think it's like $16.99.
I might have to go fucking take some to my fucking lady because she's been working at the gym right now. Tomorrow they have their grand opening, so she's doing shit over there. I'm supposed to be there, but we have a fucking, you know, we have obligations to our people.
We do.
But dog, no, you can actually make, so your favorites on TikTok, say you're like, oh, you know what, I favorite a lot of comedy clips, I favorite a lot of construction, you can actually put those clips in fucking in folders, basically.
Okay.
So what I did was I started putting like construction
And
ones.
folders are under that bookmark tab.
No. It's called collections. So you name a collection, like I named a collection construction. So when you click on that collection, all I have are the videos that I have favorited in that. So I clicked on construction. There's one I have like just stand-up comedy that I think is fucking funny.
Folders are under that bookmark tab.
No.
Oh shit! Look, sorry. Constructions.
You threw me off.
No, it threw me. Well, I'm trying to fucking send out the link to people too, but it won't let me send it to Apple people from my computer. So I had to email. I had to airdrop it to my phone. Well, then it started playing.
Oh,
My apologies.
So, Doug, but yeah, no, I was just hella stoked because I was like, you could fucking do playlists. That's fucking awesome. So now I have like a category for stand-up shit, life hacks, construction. I'm like, fuck, Doug, like shit I want to buy from Amazon. I'm like, I got all kinds of shit now, Doug.
But that's gonna fuck you up, isn't it? As far as money wise, you're gonna be spending all kind of scratch because you're looking at that stuff all day.
No, not really, because that Amazon is just like one of the categories. But like, what I was talking about when you were gone is like I was watching a video on this dude talking about using like the proper screws for proper projects, and I'm like, dog,
Right.
I'm like, that shit'll fucking make a world of difference, and it's just not being a jackass and using the same screw for everything, right? And so I was like,
screw. Everyone tries to use drywall screw for everything.
I'm not gonna lie, Doug, I'm pretty guilty of that. Drywall screws, and then just like a general construction screw. You know, usually it'll have like a T20 or some shit like head on it or whatever.
When the color changes, they're like light brown or fucking.
You like the concrete.
They got a special bit, and sometimes they get them special bits that come in that shit.
Well, the concrete screws are usually like a
Blue,
grayish blue, yeah. And then you have the concrete screws, and then you have like your general construction screws that are probably silver or gold, and then you have your drywall screws that are typically black. But as far as like the
and your
threading,
sheet metal screws are silver.
so you have your threading and shit that's like different and just whatever. But
My game got all kind of breading on it because I don't ever give it all away. You got to like get through the breading before you get to the game.
Doug, I started
Had it. It's insulated like an Eskimo.
on fucking Thursday or Friday. I was laughing because I'm listening to Fox Sports Radio. I was
And
listening
different
to
area codes.
I was listening.
Area codes. Sorry.
All right, you done?
I got host. You said backups. I mean, it triggers something for me when you said you got backups.
So I remember, dog. And
Does my
booty call.
PTSD not count? If you say something that triggers me, I can't express myself.
Of course you can, dog. I just need to know it. You're about to, so I can pause my thought. I'm listening to Fox Sports Radio the other day, and Cavino or Spot or one of them was like, Monsi Bolaños was in the fucking studio, and they were like, that's Coco Bananas, right? And they were doing a little impression of her, and she was like, why do you guys always give me an accent when you do an impression of me? And I tweeted her, I'm like, they do the same shit to me. Like, all of my buddies swear I'm white as fuck, but whenever they're like, oh, Daniel Javier Fitz said, hey Rich, you went and you bought yourself a Home Depot gift card, like they always make me sound like I barely know English. And then Cavino was like, it's fucking character, what did he say?
Association.
Character like description or some shit. And
Okay.
I'm like, maybe I'm in denial, dog, because fucking when I hear Monsi, I hear her accent, and then I hear them playing it up. So I was like, I guess, dog, maybe I do have a fucking accent. I mean, I understand I don't sound like fucking Rich Davis, but I'm like, maybe I do have an accent, and that's why they play it up so hard. I don't fucking know. But anyway, I thought that was funny as fuck. Monty's a little fucking, I think she's a little baddie too.
Yeah.
Have you seen her?
No.
No, you haven't seen her, dog. You know what? You know why I think she's like bad? Is because she looks so fucking like, I don't want to say, I don't mean it like in a bad way, but she looks like more normal and average. Like she's not like a fucking 10, but something about her, like her, makes her hot. Like her little personality, her little accent and all that shit, like makes her kind of hot. And she's cute, definitely. But I think being that she's I don't want to say gettable or she's in reach, you know, I think that makes her hotter, you know, because I'm like, of course,
for sure.
course, if I wasn't spoken for, of course, I still couldn't get her. But being that she's not like a 12,
how do you know?
But look,
how are you gonna say shit like that and give up? Like, what makes you say that?
Maybe I could, but what I'm saying is, it's not like she's like a 12 where I'm like,
a good wiener can make things go right. A good wiener can make things go right. You don't know, bro. Maybe you got the game and you give it to her once and she falls in love.
Oh, there's another thing, Doug, is that I wanted to talk about is that how
I got a couple too.
Oh, yeah. I'll let you get to a couple. Go ahead. I forget it's the fucking D and fucking El Cucuy show. So go ahead. Let's get to a couple of yours.
Not today.
Let's get a couple of yours in. Come on, Doug.
Bro, I was going to say this about somebody else, but I'm just going to apply it to you. I was listening to the show the other day, and fucking and the intro comes on. He goes, honestly, how do I deal with you every day?
Oh, fuck. Let me see.
Anyways, what about Rich talking about Sarah and the road trips and him just chilling watching movies while she drives?
Doug, I don't get that. And Covino said he's like
all the hard work, bro, in the relationship. Like, it's lopsided. He don't fucking fix nothing around the house. He can't even fucking drive, at least when they go out of town.
Doug, Covino said he's like, I'm guilty of this too. He goes, but hearing you talk about it makes me realize how weak I sound when I talk about it. And I was like, Doug, to me that is like, and I know people are gonna come back. Fucking Carl fucking Reinhardt is probably gonna tell me because this motherfucker loves to have opposite opinions. Well, not even loves to have. He just always has like different opinions. But Doug, I know to me, maybe I'm just too cavemanish. But I'm like, to me, that's like
no, I don't understand. What do you mean by cavemanish?
Like, I think that's like the dude's fucking job. Like,
see, I don't necessarily think that.
I
don't think that you can assign it either way. I think for me, because I drive all the fucking time. Everywhere I go, I drive. Raise some kids, taught some kids how to drive, and when they want to drive, I welcome it. Like, little Ethan got his permit right now. Go for it, bro. You can drive everywhere for all I give a fuck. I'm sitting shotgun, have fun, freeways, fuck, I don't give two shits. We went out of town, I had him driving everywhere because I like to brake. But the way that
but Ethan's a man.
If August wanted to drive somewhere, like one time, hey, you know, we're going out of town, I'll drive this time. Cool, because I drove the other 89 out of 100 times. You know what I'm saying? So the little bit of time that it happens, I do appreciate it. But the fact that he goes and brags that he never does it, and he has the same response with driving as he does with her fixing everything around the house. And I don't understand, like, I get it if that's the way the dynamic of their relationship, but what response is he looking for when he's basically on his radio show passing all the manly duties off to Sarah?
Don't you know?
Bragging about it.
He provides a good life for her. He provides a good living.
He passes. But as a dude, there's something that is inside real men that you do it because, like you said, you feel like it's the man's job and it's almost like it's your responsibility, right? He has no problem passing all of that shit off to Sarah and then bragging about it. That's what gets me.
You know what, though, Doug? I think you made a good point because you said your responsibility, right? I feel like, I do feel like I say the man's job, but I think that's where you said it, you worded it better than me because you said you feel like it's your responsibility. And I do feel like, you know, I'm going to drive because like, and like I said, maybe it's old school and cavemanish, but like to me, I feel like it's my responsibility to take care of my family, right? It's my responsibility, you know, to drive, make sure they're safe, drive them, take that off of my wife's plate. She's got a lot of shit on her plate. And you know, so let's take that off. Let's fucking, you know, it's one less thing they have to worry about. I'm going to do as a man, as a responsibility to my family. And that's why I feel like the same way when it comes to doing the yard work, doing the this or that, right? And, you know, I know you said like there's some dude that will come to your pad and, you know, do it every so often or whatever. That's cool. You're taking that responsibility to pay for that and do that and take it, right?
I got to make sure it gets done one way or the other.
Yeah, however that is, right? Whether you're doing it, you're having fucking, you know, Columbo come and you're throwing him fucking $20 or whatever, or you have a dude that comes. But it's on your shit of shit that I take care of as a a man, basically, right? My responsibility. And so that's where I don't mean it in a bad way.
Let me interrupt real quick. Or when I was a kid, fucking my pops would pay me $20 to cut the yard. I'd hook up Tipton with $10 and he'd cut the yard. And my dad knew what was going on because he'd come home early in the afternoon and fucking Tipton's cutting the grass. But he would ask me, but he didn't care. Hey, he didn't care
as long as it got done.
Well, and he respected my hustle.
Dog, that's a fucking G-ass hustle right there, right? Because, maybe you're not getting paid as much, but you know what you're doing? All you're doing is project managing. Hey, Tipton, you forgot right there, dog. Hit that shit one more time, and you're getting your $10.
Hey, and then when we go eat and shit, now he got $10 and I got $10, and he can buy his own shit, and I didn't have to do all the work and buy his food.
There you go. And you know what you're doing? You're providing opportunities for people, because say you guys are like 12 or 13. It's not exactly like fucking Tip Dog could go to fucking Mr. G's. That's a local place. Go to fucking Jack in the Box or McDonald's and start working, but you're giving him a way to make some flow, right? So I feel like, what's wrong with that? Your dad says, fuck it. Hey, I got you fucking Cucuy, little Cucuy when you're fucking little, rubbing your head. I got you Cucuy, and then the claw.
He's called me Tiger. He like, Tiger?
Yo, did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
Dad called him. Tip Dog's dad called him Blade.
Tiger and Blade. Dog, when are we gonna hear the Tiger and Blade show?
Oh, we used to always I'd tell me sharp as the edge, and he'd be like, rawr. Like, we used to talk shit, bro.
You guys are fucking
we
stupid.
Used to talk shit. But but with that being said, though, back to the hustle with the chores. Bro, he's a store manager right now. He runs a whole grocery store that does $600,000 a week. So you times that by 52 to see what he's in charge of every year as far as sales wise. And bro, I made it to the assistant store manager, and I operations manager at my other job, and so the shit worked out for both of us. But it's that mentality, bro. It's taking responsibility.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that's, and you know what though? It comes back to the hustle that you have to this day. And the business that you're running, the shit that you're doing. He got a similar hustler too.
He got a similar hustle too. Tip Dog's a hustler too. He got a similar hustle.
And you know what though? And it's cool because it's not even like you have to like try to pull one over on him. You could tell him, hey, yo, fucking Tip Dog, my dad's gonna fucking pay me. I'm gonna pay you. You do it. We're cool. Everybody breaks out. Cool. He don't give a fuck because you're providing him with work.
You know how it went down?
How?
Hey, bro, I got this fire-ass chronic from our boy over here. I got some fire-ass chronic. Check it out. My pops paid me 20 to fucking do it, which is love, because these grasses only go for 10. How about I shoot you 10 to do it? We'll smoke the chronic when you're done, and boom, you got 10, I got 10, and we'll go grub, and we'll go to Thrifty's and get a double scoop ice cream cone when we're done. What you think?
Damn, we never had a Thrifty's growing up. We'd always have to get it out of town.
Well, and then they turned into Rite Aid, but back then they were Thrifties, and that was it, bro. So he would cut the grass, take him like 30, 45 minutes. I break him off his 10. I got my 10. We fucking get all danked out on some fire-ass chronic, ride our ass to Snow White or Taco Bell or one of these things and Foster Freeze and grub, and then go get some fucking ice cream at Thrifties or get the little Frosties at Foster Freeze. And that was it. Hey, and half the time, we only had one bike, so we would fucking hike there, bro. I'd put him on the handlebars, or he'd fucking hike me on the handlebars. Even though I was twice his size.
Oh, that's fucking funny, dog.
Behind the scenes.
And you mentioned fucking Columbo wants to come on one day, so we gotta get him on in the next couple of weeks.
Most of the time, like after like 9th grade or 8th grade, he was with us at every one. I mean, that was the trio and shit.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. And we got to get fucking baby Steve on this shit too. You said you were talking to him. We got to get him on an episode.
Yeah, we do. That would be awesome. Hey, yo, baby Steve. If we could get baby Steve on here, that would be.
Doug, I don't know if this is a Mandela effect or if this is real life, but did you hear or do you believe this? Because I don't know, Doug. It reminds me of, how Covino says, like, we used to say this shit back in 3rd grade, like MILF, right? You know how they're like, oh, Stifler made it up. And Covino's like, nah. We used to use that shit. What about the fucking term or the phrase booty call? Do you think Bill Bellamy made that up in the 90s?
Nope.
Because I was listening to a podcast and he was claiming that he made it up where I think he was on Bobby
he brought
Lee.
it to he brought it to the masses. But I'll tell you an example of that. How many words has E40 made up? That fucking Snoop for shizzle. That was Too Short was saying that. Snoop popularized it, but he got that shit from the Bay. Half the lingo he got from the Bay. They don't talk like that in LA. They ain't a bunch of slick talkers in LA. That's Bay Area shit. So
Dog,
a lot of times people don't get their credit.
You sent me a fucking video of E40. I was fucking dying. I think you sent it to me when I was at work, dog. But the way he's like, there's an episode of Smart Guy where Omar Gooding, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s little brother,
yeah,
he's like, you got to be more about it. He's like, like the way he has basically what E40 was doing, but in like a Disney Channel version of it. And he's like, do you know what I'm saying? And TJ's like, I don't know what you're saying. Like, that's the fucking problem. I don't understand, you know? And if that shit E40 was saying was like, oh, he's like this and this and this. And the other dude was like, yeah, cool. And
he said, hey, he said he'd been doing it since Kermit the Frog was a pollywog.
Dog, he says all kinds of shit in like 15 seconds. He's like, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, dog, that shit sounded like Spanish to me. Like, I kind of understood it. But I was like, hold on, let me play this shit again so I can really get what he's saying.
And I eat and breathe that shit. I understand every week. That's that Bay Area slang. But that's why though. So like they'll try to what he said even about Kermit the Frog. How many people are gonna say, man, I've been doing this longer since Kermit Frog was the pollywog, and someone will hear that and be like, damn, that shit was slick, and they'll take it, and they'll go in their little circle and start saying it before you know it's on a TikTok and fucking. But E40's the one that started that shit.
Well, see, Bill Bellamy, when he was on Tiger Belly with fucking Bobby Lee, he was saying that, because he was saying he invented it, right? And he was saying that when he wanted to come out on, like, I don't know, The Tonight Show or some shit, you can't say, I'm going to hit up a chick for some ass at 2 a.m. So he said that he tried to come up with a creative way of being able to say, I'm going to get some ass, See,
we were different though. We just knew when she was calling that late, it was a booty call because there ain't none but legs open after 2. And so that was what we always thought. So if anyone's texting or calling or whatnot,
but legs. Hold on, nothing but legs
open after 2. The bar's closed, man. The only thing open at that point is the pachoncha.
And below a 2, dog. That's what we got to fucking and below a nothing but legs open after 2. And below a 2.
And so the thing is if they're calling you late, 12:30, 1 o'clock at night, what's she calling you for? She trying to snuggle, man. She trying to get some ween.
Doug, I'm gonna send your ass a shirt with that a fucking after show logo, and it's gonna say NBLOA2.
And on the back, you got to put the print, nothing but legs open after 2, and just have them like this and shit parted, like a TV antenna.
Dog, have you ever seen the fucking tattoo that dudes will get? Where it'll have a leg and a leg, and they're fucking
over the shoulders.
No, under. It'll be a leg under and a leg going like down right here. So when they open it, it looks like a fucking snatch right here.
Oh shit, no, never seen that. But my OG homie Leroy used to have one right here on his bicep. It said "fuck you," and then the other one said "fucker."
I remember there was this fucking dude. I guess he was half Mexican, but he looked like a big old white piece of trash, right? And I remember
I fucking lost my train of thought. I was waiting for you to finish, and I was gonna say something hella good, but I fucking forgot, bro.
Yeah, dog, we went off on like 12 tangents off of the booty call comment. So if that helps you remember, but I remember this dude had on his forearm, it said 50% white, and on this side it said 50% Mexican, but it wasn't even like a dope ass tattoo, dog. It looked like he wrote it with a pen, and then somebody came over with a tattoo machine and wrote it.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you.
There we go.
Check it out. And it goes back to that Bay Area lingo and just the game and the flavor and the energy. The Bay Area got a whole different energy. And the best way that I could give you an example about that, New York, they claim their shit, right? They claim they started rap. They got that energy. Hey, son. Hey, yo. They got their energy. LA got their energy, right? LA's more gangbanging and fucking like Crip Mac and whatnot. But Pac got down with all those circles.
Yeah.
Right. Bay Area got hyphy. We're just trying to act stupid. We don't care how we look. They're making faces and just doing shit. Right. And they don't care what you think because they're having fun, man. They're in their mode. They're tuned in. They're just doing them right there, and they don't care who sees. And matter of fact, if you see, there's one thing that you see is I'm having a blast, and I don't give a fuck what you think. And that's like the Bay Area energy. And my point that I'm gonna try to make real quick, so I don't drag this out again on another tangent, is that
Right, Bay Area
look
got
at Tupac.
hype. We're just trying to get act stupid. We don't care how we look.
What happened?
We're making faces.
Oh, my bad.
Just doing
Let me mute this.
No, but the thing is like look at Tupac. Look where he really got love and where he gave the love equally back. Right? LA, he was fucking with them I mean not LA, but the New York cats, they shot him, stabbed him, robbed him, did all that bullshit. That shit didn't end well. He goes to LA, there's rumors of him with Suge funkin'. He didn't like Dre. At the end, he didn't like Snoop because Snoop didn't stand on solid ground and he thought, him and Snoop had problems. But bro, he had love for everybody in the Bay. He liked the Loonies, Richie Rich, E40, fucking all them cats, and it was because of the energy. So Pac went to New York, he went to LA, but where he stuck and he was loyal to, like as 40 would say, loyal to the soil, was the Bay Area because it was different and it's less haters, man. Everywhere else got a bunch of haters. In the Bay, they pretty much root for each other. You know what I mean? As far as an overall fucking theme and energy.
Yeah, fuck.
But that's why everyone gravitates to him, and that's why they steal the lingo and whatnot.
Yeah, so you're saying Bill Bellamy didn't make it up. He just fucking popularized it, right?
He don't know what kind of fucking slick talk was going on in every neighborhood. And I guarantee you, he didn't make it up. People, if you want to give it another type of name or he wants to say that he put the word booty in front of call, go for it. But bless you. But when that phone rang, anytime after 12, there ain't nothing but legs open and you know it.
Dog, have you seen the fucking, or go ahead, another one of yours. Go ahead.
What?
I was going to bring something up, but I wanted to give you a chance to have another topic.
Let me just fire off two and you can just steal the fucking stage. How about that? We'll go quick.
Dog, you can fucking take all the time you need, dog. We've been at this shit
late
for...
night fireworks, man. What do you think? I had all that shit was going on for like 2 months out here in Lompoc. Saw a couple TikToks where it looked dope, bro, where they were landing in LA and you could see the fireworks show. I agree with Covino, though. I think after midnight, you're just being a fucking dick face. What do you think?
Dog, 100%. So on fucking the 4th, we had the 4th off, right? But we had to work the 5th, right? So I'm fucking laying here, like literally fucking laying here going, all right, fucking, and there's nobody in my pad, right? My family's out of town. I'm laying here by myself. Fucking already been on fucking, already watched some smut. All right, cool. And and then I'm like laying there. All you hear is, dog, it's like 12 fucking 45 a.m. And you just hear, like, dog, it sounds like a fucking drive-by because people are shooting out those shits. No lie.
Oh, they got
like
the ones from Mexico that fucking fly and they don't even go all the way up. They just go up and then land in somewhere and then explode. You seen that? Yeah.
That's all you hear, dog. You don't even, but fuck, dog. I was laying there going, fuck. Like, I was so pissed because I was like, I gotta fucking work tomorrow, dog. And I was just like, motherfuckers didn't give a fuck. Oh, dog. And then?
Oh, I had to soundproof my shit. You know what the trick is?
What's up?
I got 3 oscillating fans and a box fan, and you got to make like a square and turn them motherfuckers all on high. And then every TV in your house, you better turn on like fucking talk radio or news or something and try to create some type of sound barrier and hope you can sleep through the barrier instead of the bangs.
Dog, I just sent you 2 pictures. All right. So this is on the 4th. This is fucking what dumbasses are doing. So we have a place called Shit
I like
Creek.
The first one you sent a lot better though. I'll just tell you that right now.
So we have So we have
Peggy Joe.
We have a place called Shit Creek, right? And it's fucking it's a creek, right? People go, they drive their fucking, their 4x4, 90 Broncos and fucking whatever through it.
Drive that fucker off on a tangent?
So they fucking yeah. But fucking dog, that first picture I sent you, somebody caught like their fireworks or some shit caught fire and it burned over 300 acres. That first one.
That's a lot, bro. That's not good.
That fucking second picture, is like literally like a block from my house. It's at a Circle K, a fucking like a 70s RV caught on fire, dog.
Hey, well, devil's advocate.
What's up?
You know how much overtime the firefighters made that week?
Dog, they were fucking, they were hella stoked, huh?
It went back in the community.
Now they're like, they spin, son, they spin.
You know how it's good for the soil, and they didn't have to mow that grass, and it can't burn again for a while.
Yeah. Hey, devil's advocate, right? Hey, if you're looking at the glass is half full.
As long as no babies were hurt, you're good.
No, there was no babies, dog. They were all at home drinking bottles and shit.
Can't be any worse than. But next rapid fire.
What's up?
Lance Armstrong and Caitlyn Jenner were on a podcast, and they were talking about they should create a transgender category.
Dog, can you imagine?
Transgender athletes to compete to make it more fair. So I don't really give a shit, to be honest with you, about any of it. But one point that I get confused in society, the people that didn't agree with them, the backlash they were getting was the feelings that how it would hurt the transgender athletes and how it might make them feel if they were told that they had to be, into their own group and not part of, a regular woman or female group. So again, I'm not going to get into all that because I'm not really interested in telling someone to fuck off because they disagree with my right opinion. But at the end of the day, how does one determine whose feelings are more important than someone else's feelings? Because one way or the other, someone's going to feel a certain type of way, whether it's the group they want to join that are now allowed to join, worried about the advantage that they have and stressing out at night that everything they worked for in their whole career was in jeopardy from something that some people agree with and some people don't. Like, do their feelings not matter? Or are we going to worry about the athlete's feelings who's making that transition because you want them to feel normal? So again, I don't really give a shit on the side you take, but how do you determine which feelings are more important? Because it seems to me that feelings are getting hurt on both decisions.
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck about feelings either way. What I think there needs to be is you have a male category, you have a female category, you have an MTF category and an FTM category, right? You have a fucking male to female category.
And shouldn't you compete against your peers, right? I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying. That would be your peers, right?
Isn't that the whole reason for competition of sport? There's a reason why Floyd Mayweather never fought fucking a heavy Lennox Lewis or someone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? Even as a chubbier kid growing up playing Pop Warner, bro, I had to sweat that shit out in the sauna before I could play because I weighed more than 155 with pads if I didn't.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me because we were only 15. So I'm just, again, I'm not taking a side because I don't really give a shit. To me, it's clickbait chatter. But I am curious how they determine that one set of a group of people is their feelings are more important than somebody else and how they justify that.
Yeah, no. But like you said, Doug, it's the best in your peer group. So that's why you have the NBA. That's why you have the WNBA. Right? If LeBron retired today and he's like, fuck, I had a good 20 years, peace. Doug, he could go to the WNBA and dominate for another 20 years. No shit.
The only way you would make that,
fucking
bro,
up bitches.
The only way you'd be able to do it is if you wanted to have like a small, let's say an 8-week off season in between the two leagues. You would just have to have 10 or have the teams pick an equal amount of women on the team as they did men, and make sure that there was also an equal amount on the court at all times. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like you always had to have at least 2 women on the court at all time or something. But then you could do something like that and compete. But they would have to be like almost like doubles in tennis. You know what I'm saying? Like you'd be competing together with
double
rules
in
in
tennis.
Place where
you said double in tennis, but I said double in tennis. Yeah,
double in tennis.
Stupid joke.
Anyway, I know, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's crazy. It surprised me the most about that Lance Armstrong and Caitlyn Jenner fucking conversation.
Right.
Is between both of these, at one time, fucking world class athletes, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's only one ball. That's fucking.
No, there's 3. We don't know what happened. Caitlyn didn't get him snipped, did she?
Yeah, he got all the shit chopped off. He's got his wiener snapped off, his fucking huevos, everything. Turned that shit into a vagina. Fucking.
He turned it into some chorizo, bro.
Dog, fucking, yeah.
He had that shit for breakfast. He chopped it and made burritos.
Okay, I'm not trying to get into trans shit, but, dog, that, I don't give a fuck if people say, oh, these people are just doing it because whatever. Dog, if you
do that,
chop your shit off,
I don't need nothing else. I'm with you. You do what you want at that point.
Dog, that is the...
You can go in the women's restroom. If you cut it off, you can go in the women's restroom, no fucking problem.
Dog, you could... That is... that you are dedicated.
You can turn the M on your fucking... You can turn the M on your license sideways and make it an F. Like,
I don't give a fuck. Exactly.
I'm not arguing shit.
Dog, I'm
like, you win. Okay,
thank God.
You win.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Win.
Thank God. I don't have these feelings because I do believe that there are people with these real fucking feelings and believe that they're in a wrong body and shit. But Doug,
that person's committed. Like, that is commitment. You ain't just living for what's cool and trendy. You committed to a lifestyle.
Doug, Joe Rogan was talking about some dude that claimed to be fucking a woman, right? Just because you can nowadays, like literally just said, "Hey, I'm a fucking woman." Fucking straight up dude in the woman's locker room beating off.
Yeah, no.
What the fuck, dog?
And that's my point. Like, if you don't cut your shit off like that, and that's the commitment you made to that lifestyle, I will feel bad if I said something that offended you. Like, I would feel horrible. You didn't cut your dick off. I don't want to hurt your feelings, bro. My bad. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. You know, that's commitment.
That, Doug, that to me, I'm like, that's so crazy that chopping anything off, not even, I mean, I feel like your wiener and your balls is a big
I felt bad for Deion Sanders losing a couple toes. Shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Doug. Like, anything that you've had your whole life.
Right.
Think about your fucking
He's only 8
index
toes
finger.
Down now. He's not even 10 toes flat no more.
Dog, think about your fucking index finger. Just one day.
You're like a claw.
Going in.
You're fucking clawing your way through life.
Going in and say, hey, you know what? When I wake up from the surgery, dog, I'm not going to have this fucking finger. That is such a mind fuck, dog. That, like, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy to me.
I'm just saying. Plane incident. Spot, they were talking about that crazy lady. I kind of agree with Spot. If it's a regional one that I can get redirected, I'm getting off. And I'm here to tell you a little quick story even. I don't like planes so much. There was one time I was flying from Arcata to Fresno, and in the itinerary, it didn't say they were making a little pit stop in Redding. And we get up in the air because, you know, driving Redding is only like 3 hours from Arcata. So we barely get up in the air, and all of a sudden we're coming back down, and they announce we're stopping in Redding. Fuck, I asked them to let me get off that plane, and they did.
Yeah.
I just said, hey, I got anxiety for flying. I don't like this shit. I showed them my itinerary. I said, this stop was not in it. I don't feel comfortable. Can I get off? And I was with my kid even, bro, and they let us off, and I took the fucking Amtrak from fucking Redding to Fresno.
Yeah. Shout out to fucking shout out Redding, Doug. Ashley Parker Angel, born in Redding. I've never been to Redding. I've been to fucking. Is Redding near like Tracy and San Jose and shit? It's northern, right?
No, Redding is north. It's northern, but in the middle. San Jose and Tracy are still Bay Area-ish. You know, San Jose is Bay Area, but Redding is more like if you were in Fresno, which is in the Central Valley, and you went straight up for 5 hours, like through the middle of the state, but you are in the northern part of the state, but you're still in the middle. That's where Redding's at, because to get to Arcata when you're in Redding, you got to go 3.5 hours or 3 hours to the side to get to the beach.
Oh, okay.
So you're just cutting 3 hours through the side of the state.
I like this.
It's shit, up there with it. It's up there with it, but it's one's in the middle and that's crazy. People don't realize like how big California is. Like just cutting from like the coastline to the border, like east to west, not north to south, bro. That's just like 5 hours at some places, 6 hours just to go sideways. And if you go to like the state line, like Ashland, Oregon, or right up there in Weed, and you go all the way to TJ, bro, that's like a 12-hour fucking drive. You can go through countries quicker than that.
Hey, you know what? And you said TJ. Back when Rich was talking about the Elote Man and shit, one thing that I was so proud of the Covino and Rich show as a whole, not one of these motherfuckers called it Tijuana. You know TJ is fucking Tijuana, right? Tijuana.
It's just Tijuana.
Yeah, and so many people, dog, it's so annoying when people are like,
Tijuana.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Tijuana, stupid.
We're gonna go to Tijuana. I think they're thinking of like Taiwan, because I think that's how you spell it, right? TIA.
I thought they were thinking of their Tijuana.
Exactly. That's what they say it as, and I'm like, for real, you're Tijuana? Like, I'm like, no, it's Tijuana.
Is she hot? Does she make good food?
Dog,
Can I
you know
come
what?
have dinner?
You're talking about traveling and going, up 5 hours and this and this. I don't know if I talked about
But
this.
you didn't answer me, bro. Would you get on the plane? What would you do?
I'm
gonna put those drops down, bro. Focus.
I probably would have. You're talking about the lady that was like, this dude ain't real and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you have still kept flying on that plane?
Yeah, I would have.
Really?
Probably, because I would have just thought she was like twacked out of her mind and been like, fuck it, whatever. Because what was she saying? What was she saying was not real?
I don't know, but Spot made an awesome point, and these days I say that, I don't say that lightly. He did, and he said we're in the Final Destination era where you've all seen the movies, and he referenced no one, and I can attest to this, where this comment from Spot kind of hit home, because I lived in Oregon and I lived in Northern California. There's a lot of lumber
Spot takes Oregon's in his butt.
And there's a lot of logs up there on trucks because it's a timber industry. What are you going to say? He takes logs too?
No, but he did say that taking it in the butt feels like you're taking a shit.
I know, and I will talk about that in a second because I do want to touch on that. But he also said Final Destination, and I did live up there, bro. You don't get behind. You don't want to be behind the log truck where there's fucking 100-foot redwoods on a trailer. Like, that shit's scary after watching Final Destination. So he made the comparison about Final Destination. You've never seen any of them?
Nah.
They're pretty trippy. I mean, I don't know how I would feel at this age watching it, but when I was young, they got you all hyped up.
Yeah. You know where I do feel like that, though? Whenever I'm like
on the zipper at the state fair?
No, when I'm on the freeway, dog, and they have the big ass propellers, like those energy propellers.
Oh yeah.
And they're like 3 trailers long on a fucking semi.
Bro, they have a farm right here by where I live, dude.
Yeah.
And they haul them in piece by piece by where they launched a rocket right there, Vandenberg. So I'll drive by, bro, and there will be these long ass fucking blades just on a on a bed.
If I'm on the freeway, you better believe my ass is either going to a different lane or going around. I feel like I don't know, just it's an irrational fear that it's gonna fly off and come through my windshield,
or slice through your car.
Yeah, dog. Like, fuck that. Yeah.
Because your car ain't gonna stop it if it's strong enough to deal with that wind for 30 years. That shit ain't breaking if it comes off.
Doug, this is, again, another tangent, but when I was fucking, I was coming back from Vegas last night, and I stopped in Searchlight to get gas. There was a fucking bobcat, and Doug, sitting right by, there was the gas pumps, and he was just off to the side, just sitting. And we fucking rolled the window down. We're like, is that a fucking bobcat? And he was sitting, dog, he was chilling. And he goes, we rolled the window down, he goes, and he fucking stood up. I was like, fucking roll your window up. This motherfucker's about to jump through my fucking window, And it just reminded me of you saying it coming through your window or your car or whatever. I'm like, dog, in a split second, that motherfucker could run faster than the window goes up,
No, for sure. He'd lunge at you, you're done. You might get him halfway through.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. Because he literally went from, sitting down, relaxing. Like, if you're walking by, whatever, and you see a cat and somebody's, shit, they're just kind of chilling. This motherfucker was chilling like that, and then he was like, he saw the window go down, he jumped up. I was like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Especially if you've seen that TikTok that went viral where that fucker's not today, and he's on a hike and shit, and the fucking mama fucking bobcat with I guess one of the cubs came in the walkway, and then the mom, and she just scurrying at him for 5 minutes, and she finally left him alone. But yeah, man, I watched that video 3 times. I won't even go. I'm gonna take Chapo on a walk here in a little bit, and we live in kind of remote area out here. If you go outside of Lompoc, we got dope shit, but it's remote. So I take a big ass fucking shank with me, because fuck that, I ain't going out like a punk.
Dog, speaking of fucking Searchlight and that gas station right there, at Terrible's and shit, there may or may not be an after show sticker on one of the pumps.
Oh, that's great. Hey, have you heard of Jose Monkey on fucking TikTok or what? Everyone follow Jose Monkey. It's some pretty cool shit. If you send him, like, you just take a video of
Oh, the
where
one
you're
that
at.
that says where he's at.
Yeah, where you're at.
Yeah, no, yeah. He's a white dude with like fucked up teeth and like glasses.
I think his name's Jose, so I don't think he's white.
Oh well, he looks
Never
like
met
a
too many of those.
He looks like a serial killer.
I don't know. Play it.
Yeah.
You should play it and share your screen.
I have. There's one where he was like, "Hey," he's like, "My name's Jose Monkey, and I'm here again to show you the safety about sharing stuff on social media." So this person sent me this where they try to guess where I'm at.
Him.
So by the location, he's like, I went ahead and did a Google search, and
I flipped it horizontal so I could see it from their view.
So I narrowed it down to 3 shell
some
stations.
geotags.
There's three shell stations in Lompoc, California. So what I
Tag
did was
Jose Monkey
I
this.
narrowed it down to one of them that is actually there's a trash can behind it. So right here you can see I went to Google Earth and I drove through. So right here.
And then I saw the Vandenberg space station, and I knew that it had to be nearby.
No, that dude's a badass, dog. I fucking, I did
He's
this
one
shit.
of those trolls. I wonder how many murders he solved, bro. Like, that's a question. Like, if he's that good, I wonder how many crimes he can solve.
Doug,
Jose Monkey,
I forgot.
you could fight crime and be like the online super vato hero.
I Jose Monkeyed before Jose Monkey. Let me tell you about this shit. So one
You're a
day,
stalker too?
Doug, yeah, one day. So
Yeah. Check it out.
So one day, I saw a picture of Triple H and Bad Bunny, right?
Bunny.
So Triple H and Bad Bunny, they're like fucking like this, right? It's like fucking. They're like, hey, what's up? Just landed, and there's like a fucking private jet right here, right, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Bad Bunny just got off the plane. There, what's up? And I go, I bet I could find where that is, right? So and this is before I even knew about Jose Monkey. So I'm like, I bet I could find where that is. So I'm looking at the picture, Doug, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay, there's fucking behind them. I was like, you could see something. There's a building. It had like orangish writing on it. And I zoomed in and I could kind of make out that it said like something storage. And then I saw a number like fucking 88 or like, what is it? Like 808 or some shit, whatever. It said whatever the area code was. I could make that out.
Yeah.
So I go, all right, cool. So I found that storage place because I was like, they're in LA. So I searched LA place, whatever, Google, whatever. And it had like 3 of these storage places. So I looked at like all 3 of them and I go, wait, but there's also like a Chase Bank building to like the left of it or to the right of it in this picture. So I was like, so if you flip it, it's on the left. So then I fucking did the street view and drove through.
Right.
Then I'm like, where they're at in these pictures, I'm like, there's some big ass trees and shit next to them. So, Doug, I literally went to that storage station and drove in the street view and found the location of where they fucking took this picture. And it was behind some gated shit, but it's 100% where they were. So that shit is...
So what'd you do, though, bro? Did you you went there or what?
Nah, I just go, oh, that's where they were.
That's what you did all that for?
Yeah. Doug, I'm so fucking weird, Doug. The other day, I go...
Well, you just told us how weird you were.
Well, the other day, Doug, I go, oh, because I burnt the fuck out of my finger because I was cutting a screw, right? With the grinder. But I didn't cut it all the way off, so it just kind of flopped over like when you're a kid and you have a tooth that like just is hanging by a thread, right? So I hit the screw with the grinder and it just fell like this off to the grinder. I was wearing gloves, but my dumbass, as an instinct, goes, it flopped down, and so it was like this, right? And my dumbass goes, oh, let's get it and pull it off, right?
Oh, no, that fucks you up.
I just hit it with the grinder, right? And I go,
yeah, you can't do that.
So it burnt through my gloves and my fingers, and so I got little burned blisters on my middle finger and my thumb. Doug, so I fucking the other day, I'm like, I'm over here on Chat GPT. Why do you get blisters? And so, Doug, like there's shit like stupid shit like that where I'm like, just like curious about dumb shit like that, and I'm so fucking weird that I can't move on with my day until like have an answer. So like when I saw that picture, I go, I bet I could find where they are, and I was like, yeah, I bet I can. I bet it won't be hard. Oh, fuck it. Let me look real quick. Fucking 45 minutes later, I'm like, I found where they were. You know, or like this shit, I'm like, I found the blister shit or whatever. There's just shit like that, dog. Like, that's why I feel like I'm like mental and shit. Like, I need to go to like special ed classes because I'm like, fuck. There's some shit where I get fixated on like that and I can't move on with my day until like I resolve it or you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. That's ADD, bro.
Yeah. Well, oh, my bad.
What?
Nah, my bad. I went off on all kinds of tangents. So I'm
whatever.
sorry.
Fuck it, don't matter, bro. What about Rich and his online dating shit? He said that shit would be easy, and he was hella fucking confident.
I heard that.
You know what? I kind of agree with him on one stipulation.
Uh-huh.
I think it would translate because he's a chatter, and it's not like he doesn't stop chatting. And so they already say that he's the most flirtatious man in the world, and everyone knows it. And I don't think that it would be any different. But I would think that I don't know what Spot does or he doesn't do, but I know that when you are on those online datings and you don't pay the premium to get your shit and get right through, it's a lot harder if you're trying to use the free shit. Like they try to, it's almost like TikTok to me. My opinion is like TikTok when they give you an algorithm they want you to see. Almost like when you're on those dating sites, if you don't pay, you're not going to have nearly the luck if you pay the $24.99 a week to be the gold member on Bumble or Tinder or fucking Chispa or whatever. But I think that if he was to go on those and like pay and like get head first and like go for it and sign up for the features and sign up for the shit and start reaching out to broads, I don't think it's only about the six pack. I think there's truth in what Spot says, and I think the beefcakes can score easy that way because people are materialistic and whatever. As long as they don't blow it trying to send a dick pic on the first message, yeah, I think they can hit it. But I think Rich Davis would have success, and just because it doesn't always translate through message, but he talks so much, he'll figure it out.
I have two opinions on this. I think Rich would kill it, which we don't often agree with Rich on this show, but I agree. No. And I'll tell you one reason why. But before I get to that, I'll tell you why Spot feels the way he does. Not because he's currently in the game.
Okay.
I think it's because his current results of being in the game. But Spot and Rich Davis, you can't
measure your results versus a Rich Davis though. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Spot. That's why Spot's like, it's not that easy, Rich. You don't fucking have abs. I'm sorry. You don't. You're a good looking guy, but you don't. Right? There's Rich Davises are a dime a dozen. You know what? But look at this is how I feel.
But I'm gonna say something cold hearted right here. I gotta say it. Let's face it. We all know it. I'm gonna say it. I'll be the guy that says it. Spot needs the abs because he's not as handsome as Rich. Handsome dudes like that come off genuine and funny and the life of the party and bubbly and always engaging you in your conversation and your interests and that engagement, plus he's a little better looking, that makes up for not having the abs.
Yeah.
Because Rich isn't shy. He'll start talking and spitting his gift of gab. Rich has the gift of gab, bro.
I wouldn't even say a little better looking. I think he's like way better looking, you know?
Well, I didn't want to say that. You did, but I agree.
Well, you said the first part. I had to say the second part, Doug.
So it's not the same shit. Spot needs different things in his arsenal. The arsenals are not going to be the same because they're not the same person. Spot needs different shit to beef him up a little more, right? The yoga helped. The muscles help. Being in shape helps. But we can all agree from listening to the radio show, like, especially lately, he comes off a little like negative sometimes and condescending sometimes. And I don't know if someone needs to tell him that, but those aren't turn-ons for women.
You know what? But my other point was, so you know how I'm saying I think Rich would kill it, and one of the reasons is because, Doug, there are dudes that are fucking 12s, right, on these fucking apps, right? Financially, fucking, they might have a fucking 12-inch fucking hog, and they might have the abs, right? 100%.
But if you don't seem interesting though, bro, you have to only meet the one type of chick who only wants the money, and that's all that matters.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You still got to meet her.
That's my point. Is that there's going to be the dudes, right, that are on these apps And fucking you're gonna see the dudes that are on these apps, not on these abs. You're gonna see the dudes that are on these apps that are like that, right? However, and there's a lot of chicks that are only gonna swipe for those dudes, right? There's gonna be chicks, right? However, there's also gonna be 9s and 10s that are swiping on the Rich Davises, right? So for every chick, for every 3 chicks that fucking swipe left on Rich, no, I don't like this dude, there's gonna be a chick that swipes right. And so what I'm saying is, dog, so say there's 40 chicks.
It's my buddy's blowjob theory. Ask 100 chicks to blow you, 10 will say yes. You might have a dry spell from 43 to 67, and you might hit 3 in a row. If he's dedicated to online dating and he signs up for all the major services, builds his profile equally on those services, makes it a mission to send out 25 messages a day on those services, he's going to kill it.
I feel the same way. 100%.
Kill it.
And I think, like I said, I think Spot is coming from personal experience, which his experience in this game is not going to be the same as Rich's, Rich's experience is not going to be the same as Covino's, Covino's isn't going to be the same as Cucuy's, right?
Because they don't offer the same shit as dudes. You have to realize as a dude where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are. Spot, listen, man, I'm going to say this with all due respect. He doesn't seem like he's the life of the party. He doesn't seem that if he's at the party, everyone's going to gravitate to him because he's got some cool story or he's doing some cool shit or whatnot. He's probably going to be cooking the food, hanging out with 1 or 2 cats. Personality and energy is what is more attractive than visual looks. Because I've seen some ugly motherfuckers with some fine-ass girlfriends.
Thank you.
And I'm just saying, so the energy that you have, and let's face it, like, I know he's getting ass on these apps because he's doing these things, and we heard about his gay threesome, and obviously he's doing something that's working for him. But a lot of other people it doesn't always work the same way. You don't have to do the same shit. I'll give you an example. Last night I was hanging out, fucking me and Bigote and Al B and Miguel, we were at the bar, and there was a chick that was kicking it with us, bro. And I guess today she tells Miguel that she like hanging out with me. McGee. Hey, that's who he turns into when he's keyed, bro. I turn into Ronnie and he turns into McGee.
Oh, that's funny.
But he tells her that she liked hanging out with me and fucking whatever. And I didn't even realize it at the time, bro, because I'm just kicking it and I didn't have no ulterior motive and I'm just being me. But it was that energy. I was in my mode. I'm having fun. I'm kicking it. I'm smoking. I'm drinking. You got to have energy. And Spot doesn't have that. He doesn't seem interesting, right? You don't expect him to take you on some hideaway vacation, some random mysterious place deep in the wood. He doesn't have the mysterious factor. He doesn't have the charisma factor. He doesn't have game. I mean, he's Spot. He's 100%. A more handsome version of Spot, but he's still Spot. I mean, he'll cook you a good breakfast and show you how to do some yoga, but he's probably not going to take you on the weekend of your dreams.
He'll teach you how to do yoga, and then yeah, never mind. Yeah, I agree, though. I agree 100%. And when I heard that conversation, oh, shit. All right. Hey, stay over there, because you're in your drawers, and I'm live right now. Okay? All right. But
and although let me add something to him, because I had hit him up when he went to Bora Bora, and that is absolutely one of my dream vacations. So he is absolutely taking a dream vacation that I want to hella bad. So it's not like, he doesn't ever do cool shit, and I don't want to sound like that because he's went there, bro, and that's something of mine that I hella want to do on my bucket list. So it's not like he's totally boring, but I just don't hear him taking about random.
And the thing is, Doug, he's not. I'm not saying he's boring and shit, but a lot of these apps and shit are physically based, right? They're on your looks and shit. And fucking, like, we're talking about Rich Davis versus him. Rich is the more handsome dude, like, not like you said, all due respect, Doug, Rich is more handsome than me. I'm not offended. I don't give a fuck. He is, right? But so it is what it is. But for me to be like, hey, Rich, listen, bro, I've been on these apps. It's not as easy as you think. Dude, it's going to be a little easier for Rich than it is for Daniel,
But dude, he gave himself a fake crew called the Super Handsome Dude Boat Crew. He has confidence, charisma, like it goes beyond just his physical appearance. He truly believes and buys into his own bullshit, and that energy is contagious.
100%. Dog, just by him saying, I'd go on this app and fucking kill it. That's
right.
That's enough confidence.
Rich Davis, I know that we don't always get along and I don't always speak highly like I am today, but I 100% have your back and I 100% agree with you on this one. You would crush it.
I need to send this to Rich because, I feel like if he does ever hear anything about us, I feel like he thinks like we just talk shit, but no, we're what we are.
But even
we're honest.
Even like look at his lady, right? Like I don't jock nobody, but let's be honest. He has a beautiful woman.
She's fucking bad.
I can't see any man on the planet that would say, nah, not right for me. She got a great personality. She's hot as shit. You don't get that by not being fun to be around.
She'll change the oil on your car. She'll build you a fucking shed. She'll drive you to Albuquerque.
Hey, she'll build you a 30-year deck with the warranty and labor replacement for the first 10 years.
She'll raise your kids. She'll fucking... she'll clean your pool.
She'll build the deck that overlooks your pool and invite Shannon to pee in it.
Oh, there you go, 100%. Fuck, Doug. Well,
there's levels. There's just levels to the shit. And again, Spot's doing his thing, so this is not meant to bash anything he's doing, whether it's with chicks or I will say this though. I know he's in like phase 5, and me and you were kind of talking about this a little earlier before we hit record. Well, you didn't hit record till about 5 minutes ago, but
I just didn't at all. I was like, fuck it, we'll just have the stream video.
So, but I will say this: we've talked about spotting the things that he's into and how we feel where it affects the show or the impact I should say it has on the show. I'm just gonna try to meet him in the middle on this one, and since everyone wants to talk about feelings and whose feelings are important, damn it, I'm going to ask for someone to care about my feelings. I don't really care that he had a threesome with 3 dudes. And I don't really care, if he tells, hey, that's what happened. But like telling us how it feels when you take it up the ass, in my opinion, is a little extreme. And it's that kind of talk, man, that you want to cancel me because I don't want to hear about how it feels when a man takes it up the butt on something I pay $10 a month to listen to. That's fine. But I'm meeting you in the middle. I don't care about the story itself, but those details, I don't know, man. Maybe we should take a poll. How many people need to hear that?
I could tell you right now, probably 8%. I feel like the number is super low because, dog, I know we can grow, right? We can evolve as a show. I know all that, but Doug, think about it. Sports,
I don't even fart
women,
in front of my lady.
Doug,
I don't even fart in front of my lady. I don't want to hear how it feels taking up the ass. You're talking to a cat that's been around this chick for 10 years. I don't fart in front of her unless I'm automatically in my sleep and I don't know about it. I'm not the dude that wants to hear about how it feels when you take it in your bung.
But Doug, think about it. I know the show has evolved. However, think about the fucking Doug, sports, women, and entertainment is what a majority of their listeners came to Covino and Rich for. Not how it feels taking it up the butt. You know what I'm saying? So
and again, that's not to say that he can't share his story because that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that detail to me, if we're going to talk about people's feelings, let's talk about how that last detail can affect some of the listeners.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And that doesn't mean don't share your story. So it's not to invalidate his feelings about what he did or he doesn't have the right to share it because I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying I'm bothered by that last detail. Like it bothered me because, it's graphic, number one. Let's just call it for what it is. You can spin it however you want. It's a graphic detail. And I know we talk about shit here too, so I'm not judging the graphic detail, but it is. So it's already controversial because of what you said. And then, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's all I got to say about that.
I feel you.
I wonder if he could just give us like even like an R-rated version or a PG-13. I don't need the X-rated version. I don't need the smut version on the Covino and Rich show.
Doug, I have one last thing before we go today, and I wanted to know. I'm not a big TV watcher. I'm a huge
TV
podcast
watcher.
I'm a huge podcast listener.
You know what's crazy is that was my last thing too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a huge TV watcher, but one thing that I put on the other day that I could not fucking turn off, like literally, I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I need to go to sleep, but I can't stop watching this shit.
Your Honor?
No, the Curious Case of Natalia Grace.
Why?
That shit was fucking good. Did you watch it?
No, hell no. What's it about?
You say hell no, and then you say, what was it about?
Because the name to me is already cornball-ish. So again, it's about energy. I'm not feeling the energy about Natalia Grace and the missing case. That does nothing for me. But then you act like it's good. You're like, well, did you watch it?
Well, Doug,
hell no, I didn't watch it.
Okay,
Hey, explain.
Covino, at the beginning of the week, was talking about this documentary that it's been out.
I heard him talk about it a little bit.
It's been out since like May. It's been out since like May, and it's about a little girl with special needs. Right, she's a little person. Where
they got rid of her at 22?
They get rid of her because I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that hasn't watched it, but
I heard him talking about it.
She may or may not be an adult posing as a kid.
Right.
And it's good. And but what I think made me really feel like some type of way.
Did you cry?
Is that what made me feel some type of way about this is that my daughter's about the age she was in the documentary, or she may have been in the documentary. We don't know. Mm-hmm. She might be a kid. She might be an adult. But I was like, fuck, dog. I feel like she's definitely got some issues, 100%.
Has she got any tissues?
But the fucking family, dog. I feel like the family is such a piece of shit family. So I feel like you got to watch it, dog. I feel like this shit's fucking good. Let me know if you need the fucking HBO login, because I checked on my homie Cody, and for some it was on there, but there was no streams available.
He's not giving you no activities.
Yeah, he was on there, but he wasn't showing me. He wasn't showing me any streams.
And you know what's crazy is fucking he'd been coming through so much. I ponte las pilas, bro. I changed the batteries in that thing and it still didn't work. And I was tripping. I thought maybe my remote was dead, but nah, Cody's out of commission right now.
Fuck, for real. I was gonna watch. That's how I was gonna watch the UFC tonight.
Oh no, but those fuckers have been coming through. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, that thing's been solid for a minute.
Because tonight,
like
dog, we have fucking dog. Tonight's card for the UFC is so fucking good. Like, I believe it starts at 6 or 7, so I have to get out of here and go do some shit, help my wife real quick. But fuck,
I got one last thing.
Brandon Moreno, fucking Yair Rodriguez. We have fucking Alexander Volkanovski. We have fucking Dan Hooker. We dog so many people. Fucking Bo Nickel's fighting tonight. Bo Nickel is a fucking badass. I'm gonna put all my money on Bo Nickel tonight. And Yair Rodriguez is like plus like 385 or some shit, which is fucking nuts because Volk is a badass. Don't get me wrong, he's a fucking G. But Yair is a fucking G. So to be a plus like 385 is fucking crazy in my mind. So if you don't have nothing to do tonight, watch the UFC. And it's a pay-per-view, but dog, that shit you type in tonight right before the fucking shit. UFC pay-per-view stream. Your ass can watch it for free, so go do that shit. I'm not telling you to steal and do shit illegal. Buy it. But you can watch it if you really want to. It's going to be fucking good. You know what?
I'm telling you what you can do. Some idiot will be doing some shady shit on TikTok, and you can just scroll through there and watch it.
For real. You said you had some shit about TV, though. I wanted you to get to your shit before we bounce.
I forgot now, bro.
For real?
I did.
All right, let's replay this conversation. All right. I'm not a big TV watcher. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but I'm not a big TV watcher.
I like shows. I do like shows. I don't listen to as many podcasts. I listen to Covino Rich, obviously, religiously. and then other ones I listen to when I'm bored. But they're mostly sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Shannon Sharp's podcast, or I'll go back and listen to. I like Rob and
Big.
what's his face, Chris Broussard, and Rob Parker. I
Yeah.
do like that podcast.
I don't listen to a whole lot of sports podcasts. I listen to like maybe 3, and then Cavino and Rich's Fox Sports. And I know that may sound like a lot to some people, but as far as like the amount of like other podcasts I listen to, dog, I probably listen to like 20 plus, you know?
Really? How do you have the time to do all that?
Just like fucking, I don't know, as I'm like doing the dishes, fucking working on the yard, fucking driving to work, fucking laying down to go to bed, I'll be listening to one. Yesterday I had fucking 10 hours to drive. I listened to a gang of podcasts. Fucking maybe when I'm at work, I'll have it playing in the background. I'll fucking be kind of listening as I'm fucking working.
You can do it while you're at work.
There's 10 hours a day there. Yeah, Doug, I'm sitting at a computer.
Oh shit.
So as I'm fucking working, I got 10 hours, 4 days a week, minimum, right?
Right.
This week I worked 10 hours, like fucking 5 days this week. Doug, that's a gang. They're usually an hour. So unless you listen to a Joe Rogan, it's like 3.5 hours. But I listened to like fucking Ice Cube on Joe Rogan the other day, Sean Strickland on Joe Rogan the other day.
What do you think about Ice Cube and his craziness right now?
It was
That's
cool.
all on its own.
Doug, Ice Cube was all right. That fucking podcast was good, but the Sean Strickland one.
No, but what about what he was talking about? Do you think they fucking injected Jamie Foxx with some shit?
I don't know if they did, Doug, but I feel like it, and I don't want to get controversial, but I feel like it could be some fucking like vaccine shit, you know, because Jamie Foxx is a fucking healthy fucking dude.
No, but they were saying he was going to expose Diddy and shit, and the fucking Hollywood elites got his ass. The gatekeepers.
No, I didn't hear that. I just heard.
Q was talking about the gatekeepers keeping him out of the NBA, like why the NBA won't work with fucking
the big three,
the big three, and how fucking if you're not with the Hollywood gatekeepers, fucking you don't get fucking all the roles or whatnot. And like,
well, I did hear him talking about that on Rogan, you know, but I didn't hear about like injecting fucking Jamie Foxx and shit like that.
They're saying that he was about to expose Diddy and his puffy parties because he was a member at a lot of those puffy parties where Usher was there at 13, 14, and Diddy, you know, because there's a lot of gay rumors going around about Diddy, and there's a lot of rumors saying that he was grooming fucking young boys back in the day at his puffy parties. 50 Cent's talking shit about it. A lot of people are talking shit about it.
Really?
Well, I guess Jamie Foxx was there for some of them, and the TikTok fucking trolls are saying that Jamie Foxx was going to expose his ass, and they got him.
Fuck, for real? Okay, that shit hasn't made it into my algorithm.
Again, I didn't make that shit up. I seen that shit on the talk. I mean, if you scroll it, just scroll it. Jamie Foxx Diddy.
Yeah.
You could probably just type in Jamie Foxx Diddy and shit, and all that shit gonna come up.
Jamie Foxx, did he do it?
You know what? Let's check it out real quick. Before we go, let me just see what happened. Jamie Foxx Diddy, right? I'll tell you what comes up right now. I didn't know you didn't hear about that.
No, dog.
First thing is Jamie Foxx exposes the reason why Diddy wanted to eliminate him on YouTube. Second one, Diddy exposed for allegedly putting a hit on Jamie Foxx. Third one, Dave Chappelle reveals why Diddy can't be trusted after Jamie Foxx. Hey, T.I. confronts Diddy for melting Jamie Foxx's brain with lithium. Diddy was allegedly confronted by belly star at Jamie Foxx's party. T.I. reveals Diddy's secret that caused Jamie Foxx hospitalized. Yeah, it's Jamie Foxx exposes Diddy's creepy taste for celebrity kids.
Crazy.
That's just what I just did. All I did was Google Jamie Foxx and Diddy.
Uh-huh.
So, man, there got to be some truth to that shit.
Diddy.
What do you think? Did he do it?
Did he do it? Diddy. Dog.
That's his new nickname, bro. It ain't even Sean Diddy Combs. It's Sean Diddy Do It.
Doug, you name yourself Diddy. And you're like, what happened? Oh,
hey,
Puffy's in the fucking young dudes. Oh, hey. I heard that he fucking banged Usher. Did he? Right?
Hey, let's just go viral right now, bro. You should hashtag one of our clips. Maybe clip this one and hashtag that shit fucking Diddy with the way he spells it. Do it.
Diddy do it. Let's break this shit up, dog.
Hey, that's the new Me Too.
Diddy do it.
Diddy
do it.
Diddy
Puff,
do it.
Daddy. Diddy do it.
Diddy do it.
Diddy do it, dog. So after show, but later, shout out to fucking my favorite podcast, Tiger and Blade. It'll be fucking, it's your boy D. It's El Cucuy. It fucking took you a second, huh?
Oh, that's great.
So shout out to fucking, if you guys haven't heard Tiger and Blade, check them out. There's some cool dudes.
That's fucking great.
I dig it.
Shout out Tip Dog.
We'll see you guys in episode number 189. Hit us up, after show but later, after show BL across all social media. Call us 928-235-5285. Leave us a voicemail. Somebody called the other day, dog, but I couldn't answer because I was at work.
Was
and I was
it
like,
me again?
It could have been, but I looked and I was like, they didn't leave a fucking voicemail, and I ain't about to call this number back. So if you do call, leave a fucking phone number. Leave a voicemail.
Leave the number. Hey, after show but later, it's El Cucuy. What you want?
Leave a voicemail or fucking text us, and we'll fucking get back to you. Fucking once again, fucking I know there was some shit going on. So there was some shit going on in fucking Reinhardt's family. So shout out to him, and you know
shit.
Our thoughts are with you and shit.
Yes, absolutely.
Shout out to all the regulars. Let me see, the fucking Homer Camacho, Joey fucking in Texas, Carl Reinhardt, fucking Funky Monkey, Louise, Andrew Fournier,
Bobby Tipton,
Caleb,
Stickman.
Oh yeah, shout out to fucking CJ Galloway official. CJ Galloway _official on fucking Instagram. Go find that dude and find us.
Does he have any relation to Joey?
Find us. Who?
CJ Galloway.
I don't know why.
Well, because Joey Galloway played at Ohio State and he was a Seahawk for a long time. I just wonder if they had any relation.
Yeah, well, I don't know, Doug. This dude, he might be. He's a fucking white guy. Might be related. I don't know.
Joey's not, but hey, you never know still.
Oh, he's not? Okay. Well, fucking, yeah. Well, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Fucking Ismael Chavez. Oh, shout out to our fucking Patreon winner. I didn't even tell you. Fucking.
Green Lantern?
Fucking shout out to fucking Kevin. Fucking Juan.
Oh, is that how we're doing this shit now? No more wheel, no more music. We're just
Doug,
outro and hey, by the way, you want fucker.
Okay, this is what happened. It was July 5th.
Wah, wah, wah.
We didn't do it last week, dog. So what was I supposed to do? Wait until this week and have them miss a week of shows?
I don't know. We never even fucking talked about it. Wah, wah, wah.
So
outro, you win.
So you know what? I hit up a couple of people that had originally fucking that actually won, and they were like, hey bro, they're like, I appreciate it, but you know what, I have the tier 2, give it to somebody who would like to try it out and shit. So I
had the face fine.
So I ran the fucking wheel of names, 3 times. The first 2 people said, hey, you know what? I have tier 2. Appreciate it. Shout out After Show BL. But
hey, I'm finding out with the rest of you listeners right now too.
So I'm sorry, dog. Fucking, I'm a busy motherfucker.
We didn't spin it. Daniel did.
I did. I'll fucking. Hey, next time, our next contest, feel free to fucking run it and add all the names. Throw it in Will of whatever. Do it live on your own, cause I'm spread so fucking thin. Somebody this thick should not be spread this thin.
See, what I would have did is I would have tied it to an apple and I would have went bobbing for apples. And if your name was on the apple that I bobbed on.
You're fucking stupid, dog. I haven't seen that shit since like 97. Bobbing for apples.
You ain't see it for me either. I'm full of shit. That's my Rich Davis clickbait where I'm just telling you a bunch of bullshit.
Dog, bobbing for apples used to be the shit. But find us on Threads, the new fucking Twitter. That's Instagram. On Threads, we already have, a couple hundred followers. So follow us on there. We might give you a follow back.
Numbers up. Run it up.
So fucking, I already see Cavino and Rich on there. I already saw Wine Shanks on there. Kim Congdon. Ooh. Fucking, Doug, Wine Shanks be sharing some pictures lately, or fucking, I know it. I be tagging Al Chapo Jenkins in there, like Chapo.
I know that. Hey, he told me he gets a sweatpant boner every time.
Yeah. So shout out to fucking Chapo, because I gotta, Chapo's my dog, so I have to be Chapo. Check this shit out, dog. Wine Shank is killing it.
And everybody out there, my page will be back up soon, and I'll explain when it is. But I'm on hiatus right now, trying to avoid the funny bunnies. So, boom, I'll be back in no time.
Do you remember Funny Money at strip clubs?
I did when people when they were too cheap to throw real shit.
No, where you would pay, like, it was basically like Funny Money would be like you would pay and get like credit. So you could
Remember
be
that
like
Fun Friday when I was a little kid in the 3rd grade.
So you have like, say you have like $40 left on your funny money. You're like, fuck it. Well, you know what? Give me a table side dance then, or whatever. Or you're like, got a couple hundred. Hey, let's get a VIP 3 songs. Okay, let's go.
Hey, since you're going old school, did your teachers ever do that where they made like a shout out Mr. Havner Bones' dad, where they made a little like in-class carnival and they issued like little funny monies based on your like rewards, and you could shop and everyone bring shit they would try to sell?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, that
shit was
dope.
tight.
It was.
You know me, I was selling everything. I had fucking baseball card packs I'd already opened, took out the good ones and resealed. I had gum I stole from the store and shit. I stole the whole case and I'm selling packs. I was doing it.
Dog, fucking damn. We were gonna leave, but there was something right now that you mentioned. You said funny money with your teachers. Oh yeah, shout out to Miss Navarro, the fucking I think she was like a Spanish teacher or some shit in high school. Or dog, we were fucking 18 and she was 25 and she was the hottest fucking teacher I've ever had in my whole life. So shout out to her. And yeah, dog, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
What were you saying?
Thanks for everyone that's following us. We appreciate you. All my homies. Fuck, if I forgot you, you know I got you.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Cavinos. Shout out to Jason in Tampa. What's I Am Key? Where's he at? Shout out to him.
Yeah. I talked to somebody that left the show recently. Left Cavino and Rich.
Why'd he leave?
He told me that he didn't go into specifics, but he just said that they've been kind of annoying him lately. I know what that's code for. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's spot related, but that's just an opinion.
That's what I was thinking you were getting at.
Yeah, I don't know though, because he didn't tell me. He just said, they were getting kind of annoying. I had to dip out, and I told him like, dog, I go, you've been listening for like fucking 15 years, and he was like, yeah, but I had to take a break for a minute. It was a bit much. I was like,
what about Durban? Did we ever solve that mystery?
We didn't. We're gonna have to get him on one day.
All right. Well, shout out. We need Rich or Cavino. We need to get Cavino soon, man.
Let's go. After show, but later. We will see you guys in episode, dog, and I didn't even tell you. So, about an hour and 20 minutes into the show, or not even, it was probably like an hour and like 40 minutes, I realized that I never put the link on Patreon. So I was
why
like,
no one chimed in?
Yeah, because I was like on Twitter.
Bro, are you gummy boy today too, or what?
No, dog, I haven't had shit. In like fucking days. And I was like,
we got a version of the gummy boy as well.
And Doug, no, I was like, I put it on.
You are like Rich. We always say that you're more like Rich.
I put it on Facebook. I was like on the fucking Carl page. I put it on fucking Twitter. I'm like, hey, we're going live. Fucking come hang. Never sent a fucking link, Doug. So I just put the link a few minutes ago. So whatever. 2 hours and 6 minutes in.
Well, shout out Bobby Tipton, because when he sent it to me, I sent it to him, and he hit me up, and I was like, we're going live.
Well, at least he got it. I mean,
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
Because, just the people on our Patreon didn't get it, so the people that are paying money to actually see us.
Fucking scratch back for the month or what?
Yeah, I feel like shit. Anyway, after show, but later, we will see you guys in episode number 189.
It happens, bro. Don't feel like shit. It happens.
Peace.
On the road to the
Peace.
Cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul. Grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.